introduce you to the third contestant, Andrei at Checkbook. Checkbook? Okay. Andrei.
Madam Contest Chair, fellow members and guests, have you ever experienced difficulty while reading in French, when you didn't know how to pronounce a certain word? I will give you two simple rules how you should read in French. Rule number 1, you don't pronounce half of the letters. Rule number 2, only God knows how to pronounce what's left. If you forget these two simple rules, your life can become very complicated. I experienced it during my first stay in France. This was my first time abroad, and in French I knew only two words, bonjour and merci. Even with these two simplest words, I managed to get confused. I could greet someone with merci, and when someone poured some water in my glass during lunch, I could thank him with bonjour. Then I faced a new task. I needed to go to a bank and to get my checkbook. I thought it should be easy. I needed to explain somehow one single word. But reality turned out to be quite different. I arrived to the bank and saw a guy sitting behind the counter just below the sign, which should have meant bank cards and checkbooks. And of course, I didn't have a clue how to read it out. So I decided just to read all the letters in my Eastern European style and hope for the best. I approached the guy and said to him, bonjour, Chikuya. His eyes wide opened, brows went up, a clear sign of incomprehension and total surprise. I'm a smart guy. I know quantum physics. I know how to explain complicated things and make them clear. So I added hand gestures and shouted louder, Chikuya! The guy realized it. I repeated it intentionally and addressed him this Chikuya, and he made this move. How did you call me? I didn't need a fight with the clerk. I needed my checkbook. To save the situation, I pointed at the sign above him, saying, Chikuya! The guy relaxed for the moment, but then he realized that Chikuya is sitting above him, and the expression on his face changed, and I saw fear in his eyes. Fear of unknown, possibly dangerous Chikuya sitting above him. He looked around, but everyone else seemed calm and relaxed. So he relaxed for the moment. But he could not relax completely, because anxiety gave him some energy which needed a way out. And there was a way out. I saw a blink in his eyes, shoulders went back, head up, signs of curiosity. He was so curious to find out what is this Chikuya that he leaned out of this counter and looked up. Then, of course, he saw the sign, read it, and laughed and smiled. Ah, vous voulez chiquier? Bien sûr, chiquier. And after a few minutes, he handed me my checkbook with posture of dignity. Yes, dignity. Because first time in his life he realized that he speaks the language, reading which one does not pronounce half of the letters, and only him, French, knows how to pronounce what's left. So here I was, a humble student from Ukraine, trying to get his Chikuya. At that time, I thought that you need to speak perfectly foreign language in order to share ideas and to communicate emotions. But I was wrong. Without knowing how to pronounce one word, I managed to get my checkbook and evoked a number of different feelings and emotions. Yet I felt quite foolish and stupid. And then I remembered Tom Hanks playing a dull fellow in Forrest Gump. And every time someone called him stupid, he responded with a line, stupid is as stupid does. Every action is not about looking foolish or smart. It is about the result that you get. I did look foolish, but then I got my checkbook, and I got a story to share tonight with you. The lesson that I've learned from my voyage to the bank: a foolish-looking action sometimes is the smarter thing that you can do. Madame Comtesse Jean.